basement. Oh, Jesus. Oh, so many stairs. Oh, getting too old for this. Oh, hey. Didn't see you guys there. Welcome to Local Noise. Oh my gosh, look, it's Ruby Gilbert, guys. That's so crazy, running into Brisbane's country sweetheart. What a coincidence that we have an interview set up. Wow, that's wild. How are you doing? How are you doing, Ruby?
Pretty good. Living the dream.
Living the dream, covered in whipped cream?
Absolutely.
Yes, that's what I like. It makes everything better. Also, well, thank you for coming down to the Outpost. I know you're a very busy lady.
Definitely very busy on this lovely Friday.
No, there's actually a part in your bio, and I think it perfectly describes what happens when you're on stage, and it's sonic entrancement. That is like such a perfect phrase to describe it, dude.
Thank you.
Because I've worked behind the bar at many shows you've done, and I think the one that really stands out in my mind is when you supported CW Stone King.
Oh, what a legend.
Dude, that was such a great show. And that was back when we had like everyone sitting at tables like this, everyone sitting at the chairs and eating their dinner. And I don't know, it was just like 400, boomers just hanging around. And they're pretty noisy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. They're just having a chat about their lives and that's chill. And then as soon as you get on stage and you started singing, the whole room just went like dead silent and everyone was just like, for the whole time, pretty much.
That's so good to hear.
Yeah.
Because like when you're on stage, you often can't like see or hear anything. So it's good to hear.
Yeah, so everyone is sonic entranced. That's exactly the way I would describe the whole room, just being hypnotized by your like golden locks just like flowing while you play guitar.
Thank you.
So you, in your latest single that have come out, which I super love, Die Young.
Thank you.
Which, you know what my brother pointed out in the car? That's almost our last name, which is D Young.
It was about you.
I knew
I was
it.
thinking of you when I wrote it. Die Young,
Yes.
Die Young.
Edward, we're gonna die young and pretty.
Hell yeah.
Live fast, die young.
Yes, and everyone will be like, oh, they had so much potential instead of they didn't amount to a whole lot. Like, well, that took me to a dark twister early on. But yeah, that was the most recent single, and we were saying before that I am completely outraged that you weren't nominated for a Q Music Award, but it's fine because you have officially won the Local Noise Country Award for 2022. So
More prestigious than any award, I know.
and it will be sent to you in the mail when the 3D printer finishes it. It will be a flying music note, little wings.
I love that.
I have to say, man, my favorite song of yours was one released it was 2020. What was that last year? No Vacancy.
No Vacancy, that was last year.
Last year? Oh, dude, that's like one of my favorite songs. I reckon I'd listen to it on at least a weekly, if not daily basis. I really resonate with that song, and it has some like, dude, you write really great lyrics.
Oh.
I know it's supposed to be an interview, but it's just me complimenting you a lot.
Oh, I love that. That's so good to hear. As like musicians, we like thrive on like positive reinforcement. People telling us that we're good.
Like, I remember like listening to it for the first time. I remember, especially when like, I don't know, the recorded one when you were like waiting for hymns, like waiting for a bomb to drop. I'm like, oh, that's like the perfect expression. It's just, mwah. Oh, and then, man, listening to that recording for the first time when the trumpet comes in, I was like, trumpet, oh my God. And the drums come in, because usually like Ruby just plays, up there with her and a guitar, maybe another person on guitar, so, she doesn't have to do goddamn everything. But when the recording came, I was like, I just took me by such surprise, and it was awesome.
Oh,
and
that's so lovely to hear.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that. And you should go check out Ruby's music. It's on all the streaming places, and, just go do that, because it's almost the same as illegally downloading it, but she gets a small, tiny amount of money.
I get like point something of a cent. So
and you know what? If 1 million people do that, you'll get like $1,000.
I'll be able to, maybe? If that.
Please.
Might be able to pay for dinner. Like,
what famous musician would you want to camp with at Splendor? And they can be dead or alive. Who do you want to be, huddled in a tent?
I think I'm gonna have to say Stevie Nicks. I feel like she'd have a lot of tea to tell. She'd bring the party as well. But I feel like she'd have a lot of tea to tell about Fleetwood Mac. But she'd also be that friend that like has tea on everyone, I reckon. So
She definitely would, and I feel like she's also would be that friend that would just braid everyone's hair.
Absolutely.
And I don't know how to do that, so I would really like that.
I've always just wanted a friend to braid my hair.
Pretty much. I feel like Stevie could bring that game. I like that. Anyone else that comes to mind, or?
No, she was like top of my list, I think. Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good. Well, to be honest,
just like all of Fleetwood Mac.
Like you wouldn't really
come camp with me.
Yeah. That's fair. I feel like, you know what, if you were with them, you probably wouldn't really need to even talk to anyone. They just tell you all the stuff that's going on. They'll fill you in.
Yeah.
I like that. Ruby's all about the tea. Same. That's a good.
About the hot goss.
They're good answers. Am I good interviewing? When was the last time you felt proud of yourself musically? And I don't know, maybe give us a little explanation. Like the last thing you did, I don't know, looking back at your music stuff and you were like, heck yeah, that is good work.
I'm gonna have to say when I released my single last year, Die Young. Yeah, it kind of exceeded my expectations. It did pretty well on radio, which I'm really proud of. Yeah, and I guess it was like liked by a lot of people, so I felt really proud of that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Especially like releasing it during COVID was like difficult, so the fact that I did that and exceeded my expectations is pretty rad.
That's awesome. When you were recording it, was it like a COVID studio thing where like one was in at a time, or?
It was like, so I recorded it with Aaron Shanahan, who also like plays guitar for me in my band. And it was like a combination of like being in the studio and also like doing stuff remotely and yeah, like depending on the lockdowns and stuff. Because it was recorded over like such a long period of time. Yeah.
Oh damn, just a mishmash of recording play. I like that. But somehow you pulled it together into a beautiful track.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, that's a very, very fair thing to be proud of. I would be too. I was proud of you when you released it.
Thank you.
I was very excited. I feel like I'm always looking. I'm always like checking my releases on Spotify to be like, what one of the homies do I need to congratulate today? You know, I love it. That's excellent. All right, we'll move on to another bit of a nice, deep and meaningful question. Dang, this is good. I feel like I don't usually do a lot of deep questions on Local Noise. This is new territory.
I like the deep and meaningful question.
Yeah, me too. Oh, yeah, this is another goodie. What motivated you or inspired you to like get into music? I mean, maybe like what was the earliest thing that you can kind of remember being like, yes, I'm gonna do this and be poor for ages while I do it?
I think like, because growing up, I lived pretty remotely, like on a property, so there wasn't like a lot to do and I couldn't really get up to like much mischief. Like I couldn't sneak out with my friends because I lived so far away from people. So I think like, yeah, I just decided to like pursue music.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a very wholesome pastime. You know what, when there's nothing else around, you're like, tasty jams.
Tasty jams, yeah.
Who are some women in music that inspire you, maybe, you know, on even a daily basis, or what, like maybe any recent women that you just get real pumped up when you listen to their music?
This was like a really hard question, like when I was going over it, because there are just like so many women that inspire me. I'm like really lucky to be surrounded, especially in Brisbane, by like so many women just doing like kick-ass things, even like behind the scenes as well, like just killing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say like probably the one woman who like inspired me to get into music, probably Casey Chambers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There.
Country queen.
I mean, that's very fair. That's fair inspiration to be like, yes, I will too be a country queen. That's so sick. Yeah. All right, so, and this one I really like because I think it's a good opportunity to give some advice. What has been a challenge that you faced in the music industry, and how did you kind of overcome it?
Well, yeah, I think like the pressure, I think it's like more of an internal thing, like the pressure that I put on myself to keep up with like aesthetics and stuff. And I think the you know, the resolution for that is to just like not give a crap, you know, not give a shit about what people think. I
That's
guess.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I really agree with that. I think a lot more young musicians just need to hear that, man, if this is how the art you want to do it. Your ideas are yours and they're sick and you should give them a damn go. And if someone tries to be like, that's not a good pedal board, you know, stuff them. Be confident in your own abilities.
Your own pedal board.
I love that. I love that, dude. Look at this. This is a very wholesome moment.
Wholesome.
Guys, stick up for your art and, you know, screw everyone else.
Yeah.
They are wrong, unless they like it. That was good. I think that was some good answers, Ruby.
Oh, thank you.
You did very good as my interview victim.
Victim. I like that. Interview victim.
I don't know. I should have just said interviewee, but that word just slipped my mind for a second.
I like interview victim.
That's kind of it, because my jokes are kind of bad, and I subject everyone to them. So.
I love it.
That's excellent. Well, I reckon this is a nice time to conclude the serious part of the interview. I think it was very good. Thank you so much, dude, again, for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
It was the best. I'm so excited. I'm just gonna be like watching back with my answers to this, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, I can't believe I said that to Ruby. I can already tell when I do it, but it happened. So I guess I'll just cringe later on. Anyways, thank you so much for coming down, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Go check out Ruby on the Spotify and the Apple Music and the YouTubes and in person. Yeah, go do that, guys. Anyways, thanks for watching. Also, don't forget, there's more videos in this playlist. I'm gonna make a big playlist for the International Women's Day thing, so I will see you in the next video in about 10 seconds. Yay, bye.